out the door. Who's to say which one's worse? Just as matters, we'll hit up the liquor store. Oh, the liquor store. Everybody needs someone to make them crazy, roll right straight for the hills. Someone to love, 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 love.
I first read Elektra, this character, when I was doing Women in Trouble, the precursor to this movie. And, I mean, Sebastian said, I wrote this character for you. She's called Elektra Luxem. She's a porn star. And Josh Brolin played a rock star in it, and on an airplane with another character, and we found out that I was pregnant with his child, and it was also crazy. I was like, I'm in. It sounds amazing. Sebastian's mentor is Pedro Almodovar, and there were so many. I have much more of a European aesthetic. So for me, for me it's Julia Binoche and Charlotte Rampling and Catherine Deneuve and these women that have been so influential. And for me, this feels like such a European movie, and a movie that celebrates sort of the complexities of women. And I was really drawn to that.
Why do you think you can pull off being strong, sexy, incredible woman in so many roles?
Wow, thank you for saying that. I don't know that I could answer that question other than that I love people, and I really, acting is my favorite thing on the planet. So to be able to embody different characters and understand people through the characters that I play is one of the most exciting things for me. So if in any way these women feel to you like they have those qualities, I am.
Oh yeah.
I am really honored.
Wonderwall.com question of the day is: every star needs to start somewhere. Tell us about your first or most embarrassing gig in the film industry.
My first and most embarrassing gig. Wow. I have done plenty of television commercials throughout my life. I did a My Little Pony commercial. Yes, I did. At the time, I thought it was really cool because I was like 8 years old. I have done many small parts in guest star roles. The one that I did a horrible job at was a TV series called Doc, where Billy Ray Cyrus plays a doctor in New York. And I did a horrible acting job, so I hope nobody ever sees it.
Well, I mean, I did guest stars on Elf, on Webster, on Who's the Boss. I've had a lot of. I played a virgin bride who kills my husband with a letter opener in the last season of Falcon Crest. So I've got some doozies. I've been doing this since I was a kid, and I have, and they all kind of are amazing to me for various reasons because, each of them from my life, that was the job that let me be able to keep acting, or that was the job that I first got my SAG card, or so even the embarrassing ones, they're fun for me to love. I did a Bon Jovi music video that was I was the bad girl in it, and that was really fun. And so I have a lot of things in context now that make me laugh, but that were amazing at the time.
Her name is Trixie, and she is a checkout clerk at a drugstore. She's in love with Joey Gordon-Levitt's character, who is a blogger who blogs about porn stars. And she is sort of just introduced in this. This is the sequel to Women in Trouble, and my character is introduced in this film. And hopefully, in the third installment, we'll see a little bit more of Trixie.
Do you believe in UFOs?
See, I saw you ask Blythe, who's one of my dear friends. I've done a lot of. I did a television show called Threshold that was very UFO driven. Basically, I've done a lot of things that have been UFO conscious. So I've done a lot of research on it, and I think it seems much less likely that there is nothing else out there. I think it seems much more likely that we're not the only ones. That'd be kind of arrogant to think that we're the only living beings in this universe. So I'm thinking there are probably some other ones around.
Our short is Blowing Bubbles, and it's a story about a clown who's lost his muse at the circus. And to kind of put it in, without giving it away, but Bubbles blows bubbles better than anyone else blows bubbles. But in order for Bubbles to blow bubbles that particular night, someone has to blow bubbles. It'll make sense if you see it. It was done in 24 hours, the film from beginning to end, from concept to completion. We had to deliver it as part of a contest for the film race in 2009. So we came up with it because they had to have an action that we didn't know what it was, a surprise element. And the action was blowing bubbles. And we're not going to just have some guy, blow bubbles. In fact, no one blows bubbles in the movie in the way you'd expect.
I'd like to know how you guys came up with these characters and what inspired you to bring them to the screen.
It's a sequel to a previous movie called Women in Trouble, so it was really interesting for me to watch the movie tonight thinking, wow, I didn't, prep these people at all. So I would have done the little Star Wars scroll going, what's happened so far? I left her still pregnant. Holly hasn't told, Bambi that she's in love with her. But, so anyway, so that movie, Women in Trouble, had 10 different women with different professions, and this is sort of a spin-off concentrating on the Electra-Lux character and a different day in her life where she meets other people. So it's not really an answer to your question, but I want to say that. As far as challenges making this movie is a very low-budget movie that was shot in 15 days, and which is up from 11 days that we spent on Women in Trouble, so we feel like, woo, we're almost the real movie. And the challenges are both what's exhilarating about making a movie with friends in a very small crew. I mean, the crew's literally like 10, 12 people, and the cast is all people that know each other. They're coming in for a day or two at a time. The pro is the same as the con, which is it's really cool to be able to do these scenes that concentrate on acting and letting the actors go. And if the actors are prepared, you do these 10-page dialogue-heavy scenes with them that you probably wouldn't want to interrupt and do over 3 days. Like, it's absolutely fine to do it in one day. The pain is that you're doing the whole thing, you're like, oh my god, we still have 8 pages to shoot, what were we thinking? If we just had another half hour, we could get that close-up. So it makes you, as a filmmaker, have to be very, obviously, economical as to how you're covering things and trying to get to the heart of the thing. So those would be the main challenges, really.
No, I don't smoke imaginary cigarettes. Or real cigarettes. Be good, kids.
This is my second time seeing Electra-Lux. I actually saw it the first time at South by Southwest. The funny backstory is, the first time I showed at South by Southwest, technically, the projector broke down halfway through. And although the entire cast and crew were there, the projector broke down halfway through, so the film was over. I saw a bonus screening on the last day of the South by Southwest Film Festival. Seeing it the first time at South by Southwest, I actually have to say I think it was better the second time around. It's the humor, definitely, and it mixes the serious and the humor quite well, and there are certain cheesy elements that I am a fan of, and always am a fan of that kind of humor. So,
what do you think of the short?
The short was very good. I liked it a lot. It's also, it hits a little home because I've been part of a 48-hour film festival before, which was how the film was made.
Mjolnir! Hammer of Thundan! The wild hunt is coming! And it will not be stopped!
It's gonna be good.
Tom, I'm sorry you didn't make the cut for my movie.
Oh, it's okay. There's always next time.
Well, the DVD.
Ah, you village dwellers are strange. This meat is cooked. No good. Raw meat is the best meat. Look at the wild hunt. It is coming. It is in the signs by Thor. Why do you cook your meat? Raw caribou is the only way to go by Mjolnir.
My name is DavidJr.com.